how about them tops, son?
All day, SEC boys. SEC, they supposed to be SEC. Where's the other, baby?
You're listening to the Red Out Podcast.
Hello everyone and welcome into a Red Out short clip here. This is from our latest episode. Hope you enjoy. So let's dive into the mailbag here. Got some guys hollered at us. Thank you guys for your questions. Keep sending them to us.
That's right.
And we keep asking
I got an answer to the first one.
Okay, let's hear the first one, buddy.
How many wins in the next 4 games? Who asked us that? It was on Twitter, but I can't remember.
Hold on a second. Oh, you got the Twitter one. Okay. Hold on a second.
We'll shout it out afterwards, but it was how many wins over the next 4 games, and we've got 2 away, 2 at home. Away at Rice, I've got as a win. I think there should be a win. The power rankings think it should be a win. Lord knows that that'll be a thing, but it ought to be. At North Texas, I currently have as a loss. I don't think they're, again, that may be more of a toss-up, but if I had to guess, I'm like 55%. North Texas, 45 on the top.
The BPI's got us at 63.
Has a 63 on North Texas?
Yes.
I would love for that to be the thing. Anyways, I think they'll drop at least 1 over the next 4, so that's the one I'm picking. Versus the Mutts at home on the Thursday night. Should be rowdy for Thursday. Do it. I've got to win because we just need to beat them and hurt them and just do everything terrible to them. Not like physical, but like emotionally and like, in a sports thing kind of way. And obviously we would never encourage physical violence, never ever.
Except for football, but yeah.
At home, say that again?
I said except for football, yeah.
Well, football is part of the game, right?
Emotional.
Don't rub icy hot in the dude's eyeballs, but elbow here and there. It's fine.
Okay.
And then versus UAB, I've got as a lean tops because it is at home. I think UAB is not the worst team in the world, and they've been coming on strong recently. So I'm going to say out of the next 4 games, 3-1 with a loss away at North Texas.
I think the big test to see how Western's going to do against North Texas is coming up tomorrow. Marshall plays North Texas. So, since we've split with Marshall, if Marshall goes out there and dominates, I think we could see, hey, they did this worked well, let's try this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. And by the way, the shout out for that is our loyal Twitter follower, Jack Watson, who tweeted that. So thanks again for asking another good question, Jack.
Appreciate it, Jack. Love you, buddy. My thing is, so Jared, I'll let you answer, then I'll go to mine. Okay?
Okay, so for me, I still think 3-1 with a loss on the road makes the most sense, but logic does not make sense this season, so I'm going to say they lose to Rice but beat North Texas. Because that just seems like something that this team would do. They lose to the lesser teams and beat the good teams. They're going to show up for North Texas. I think they're going to show that they were a fraud, that I truly believe that. I hope that they, smother them, smothered chicken. That's the Pacers term for a good block. I hope that's what they do to North Texas. But lose to Rice, I could see that happening. But, Middle has to be a win this season. There's no way this team should lose to Middle at home on Valentine's Day. That will truly break my heart more than any woman could ever do, is if Western loses to Middle on Valentine's Day at home.
I got a question about Middle, because I can't recall it. I don't remember the kid's name. I just know that I don't like his face. The one who looks like, because I can't remember his name, so it's going to sound mean. This is the one who looks like maybe he grew up in a house that maybe had plastic over the windows, or maybe an extra on Breaking Bad. You know what I'm talking about? That kid with the fighting with Bearden last year. Does he?
Oh yeah, I think he transferred with Kermit. He went to Ole Miss, didn't he?
He went to Ole Miss. I hope so. I hate that.
Yeah, it was Dixon.
I really hate that guy.
I don't think he's there anymore.
Oh my gosh, I completely left that off. Okay.
But yeah, I say 3-1 with a loss at Rice because logic makes no sense this year. So Devin, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to say, oh my gosh. Okay, just looking at the schedule. Let's see. What do we get against these guys? Oh, okay. I'm going to say 3-1. I say we lose to North Texas. I don't. I think the guys are going to play them close. I think it'll be a good game, but I feel like they're young and they're going to get in their own heads about this game. I'm hoping not. I want you guys to do well if you're listening. Go beat North Texas because I cannot stand North Texas.
You got a whole football grudge against them.
Yes, my football grudge against North Texas was the first year I ever went to Texas. First time I've ever been to Texas in my life. It was 1st of December, and it is snow and raining mix, and it was just an awful day. We get there, we're playing against a team. We shoot up on them, kind of like the Atlanta Falcons did a few years ago against the Patriots. It was
3 at the end of the third.
I want to say it was like 21-7, and they we go into halftime thinking we've won the game. I mean, we even got an unsportsmanlike penalty because one of our players who looked like oh my gosh, what was his name? The guy that used to be on Family Matters.
Urkel.
No, not Urkel. The dad.
Carl Winslow.
Carl Winslow, that's it.
Yeah.
I was going to say Carl Malone, and I was like, that is not right at all. But the guy looked just like Carl Winslow, and he picks up a fumble and runs it back like 40 yards for the touchdown. We get, of course, unsportsmanlike because everybody goes nuts and runs on the field. And then we end up losing that game. Almost got in a fight at the end of the game. It was an unbelievably awful way to leave. And let me tell you, if you lose on the road and you got to fly back, it is completely silent on the way back. Nobody's allowed to talk. So you're just sitting there going, really? Really? But that's why I hate Texas.
That's why you hate Texas.
Yes.
I looked that guy up, by the way, because I couldn't take it. Tyrick Dixon is his name. And he left, but he did not go to the tournament because he was not good enough to play in a Power 5 school. He went to a team that beat us. It was not a Power 5 school. He just didn't play because he transferred. He went to Missouri friggin' State.
You're kidding me. What's his kid's name?
Tyreek something.
Tyreek. Okay.
Well, something like that. Probably not.
Tyrik.
I got it. Yep.
Okay.
He transferred to Missouri State, where he is sitting out the transfer list.
Okay, guys, you need to Google this guy. Yes, he does look like someone who would have plastic on all their furniture, and they weren't allowed to play in the house.
That's right.
That's what he looks like.
I don't know. That's me. I shouldn't say that. But the kid, he was just very rude. At the Diddle last year, and I was not a fan. I hope that he sorts out his attitude issues and does not play so mean. That's all I got to say about that.
Don't play so mean.
So he gets his life together. Amen.
Okay, we got a lot of questions. I'm going to go to Greg Ross on Facebook. I would like to know if there is a specific 3-point defense that can prevent an individual player from scoring more than 40 points on us in a single game, please.
Well, here's the thing. Double him. Like I was tweeting the game, the UTSA game when Javon Jackson got 46 points, I think it was.
Okay.
I'm just like, listen,
whatever the record was.
Put every single man on this guy. I don't care. I don't care if y'all lose this game, but you're not going to let him be the reason that they score. I know that they were doing a good job trying to contest him, but he was still scoring over them. So that's when you add the third guy, triple team him. I mean, you can even pull in ULL and bring in a 6th man and put him on him too. I mean, I don't care at this point. Just stop him, please. It's so annoying watching him just absolutely obliterate us. I haven't seen someone do that to do that in Diddle Arena since Scary Terry came in with Louisville in 2014. Like he dropped like 30 on us like effortlessly.
Oh, Scary
it's
Terry.
Like, listen, just put everybody on this guy.
He's doing all right in the league. Like,
first off, Scary Terry is the greatest name for someone, but I know it's a reference to Rick and Morty, but still.
I don't know what the three. Honestly, I don't know what the answer on 3-point defense is, and it's because Jared has talked about this in a previous podcast where, if you play really tight man-to-man coverage, right, and you don't let them shoot over you, then we do have a tendency to let guys get easy layups. And I don't know if that's because Bassey's young, if we just don't if we were just not athletic enough, like with, if Banky's in for points, if they get around him, I don't know. But then when you switch back to his own, they shoot over you. So
I don't think there's a simple
maybe
answer.
Something about the schemes get run. I don't know, to be perfectly honest with you. I would just go with, now granted, with Beeren starting at the point, you got a lot more speed. It's harder to get around him. I do not know, because 46 points, that's a dude having a night, right? You could have headbutt that guy, and he probably, through his broken, bloody nose, would have still hit threes. Like, that's just part of it.
It is freakish, yes.
Yeah, it just happens. But I am, Stan's 1-3-1 zone has worked on some teams, but if somebody's shooting hot and you're worried about him shooting, just beat him up and get aggressive with them, and if they beat you on the 2, they beat you on the 2. Now, I don't know if putting Smith in kind of the Clinton Howard passy every once in a while helps some of those backdoor cuts. But hopefully he gets better. But I'm a big fan of playing man if you can, not let dudes just run by you.
I agree with you. I don't think there's a simple answer to it. The 1-3-1.
Headbutt. That's the answer.
The headbutt 'em. Yeah, that's great. Let's get technicals. But no, seriously. I mean, like, the simple 2-3 is not going to work because you're just setting yourself up to just rebound it there. The 1-3-1 is, whatever. I don't think there is a simple answer. You just have to have defenders that just contest every shot, make them work harder at the shot. Don't let it. I mean, even I know that the 46-point game, people were trying to stop him, but there's no simple answer to it.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, just for the most part, when you've got a team that's shooting the 3 really, really well, you just want to harass them, right? You want to stay in their face, you want to get in their shirts, be up on them, as suggestive as all that sounds.
yes. Try on their pants. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I fixed it, you guys. I know.
Harass them.
Pull a White Stevenson and blow in their ear. That's all you got to do.
Yes. Okay.
Or there's a really good quote from
It's really
the
creepy,
State
yeah.
Louisville game years ago, where one of the hosts that I listened to asked a guy after the game. He was like, "So be for real. Did you wipe a booger in Montrezl Harrell's hair when y'all were standing at the free throw line?" And he was like, "No, man, I would never do that." But there's a replay, you can look it up, where it really looks like he took a booger and wiped it on Montrezl Harrell. Which is a braver man than me, because that dude is real scary. So
But just the idea of somebody picked his nose and then on the free throw line wipes it on somebody else's hair has got to be the greatest.
Kind of bustling shoulders and wipe.
And he just wiped a booger on him.
Honestly, he deserves it.
Completely agree.
Whatever
Yeah, he agree. He deserved that. I agree, Jared.
No, man, I would never do that to nobody. That is disgusting. That's what the guy said. And everybody's like, "No, I'm pretty sure you wiped a booger on
He's
that."
lying. He did wipe a booger on that dude. He just didn't want to get his butt whooped. But all right, let's take another question here. Simple question. I don't know if we have the answer to it. Is Gambrell being redshirted?
I don't think so. I don't know if that's true or not, because I'm not sure how the red shirt rule is as far as how many games you can play.
I'm not sure on basketball
He's got
either.
some minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you know how that works, Jake?
No, I don't, but he has played a few minutes. So I don't know if it's like football where you get so many
Quarters or whatever.
so many
Yeah.
games.
I don't know the answer to that either. I don't think it's a simple
Well, and
question.
I don't think that the plan is for him to redshirt.
Okay.
At least it never seemed like that. Not when they were bringing him in. I mean, it's pretty highly touted recruiting. Baylor was going after him, that sort of thing.
So far, as far as I can see, he has played. Well, I take that back. He got 3 minutes against St. Mary's, 2 against Wisconsin, 16 against Charlotte. Is that it?
Honestly, I think it may just be a coach's decisions, because for all the games recently, he's still been dressed to play. And if he was redshirted, I don't think he would be able to dress for the games because he wouldn't be eligible to play. But I don't know. That's a good question, though.
I agree. Great question. That question comes from
You're good.
Tom Richards. Sorry, go ahead, Jake.
Oh no, I was trying to find some more stuff about Gambrell. You go ahead.
Yeah, if you want to. Brett asked us the question. Combist. He says, "When will we see Matt Horton explode?" If you do see him beeping, call the bomb squad. That is my best
Yeah.
answer.
You shake him up.
Yes.
Sure.
Shake and run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully against Middle. I want to see us absolutely obliterate Middle, just because they're Middle, obviously, but also because they're terrible. But I want to see Horton get some good minutes, and I want to see him dunk on everybody. I think that could be a good game where he can start to get going because it's at home and against a lesser opponent, which will be Middle this year. So we got to beat him.
So here's my question. Jared, I know how Ross feels about Middle. Do you hate Middle as much as the rest of us, or is it just... Or do you consider them our best rival?
Well, going with Ross in the Marshall rivalry, he thinks that it's better than the Middle rivalry is right now, which I'm still a little reluctant to say that because, Marshall fans are just mad online always.
Yes.
It doesn't really matter what the circumstances are, but,
yes.
Having a good back-and-forth conversation with Middle people never really gets old, even though, they may suck this year, but, taking those games like the Bowling Green Massacre... Like, Matt McKay used to have the courtside seats with his family and everything before they had Riley, their child now. But I remember sitting, he had a spot open up, like his mom wasn't able to go, so he asked me if I wanted to sit courtside with him for the Middle game. But that was Reggie Potts, Reggie Upshaw and Giddy Potts. That was Upshaw's last season. He was a senior when they were really good. So I'm like, hey, yeah, man, I want to see the Tops beat Middle, playing really hard. And that was when we got torched for 30 points. The one time I get to sit courtside and it's bad.
Oh,
yeah. That still sits bad with me. More. Well, I don't know. Ooh, that's a good question. Which do you think is worse, getting torched by Middle about 30 points at Middle, or the conference championship game last year, losing to Marshall with that missed layup? I don't know. That's a tough call.
Conference loss, because that doesn't go in. You're talking about dancing and
oh my gosh,
on TV and getting another shot at it, for sure.
That's a stolen dream. Yes,
it's absolutely Middle. But when it comes to a chance to go dancing versus embarrassed on our home court, I will absolutely take the NCAA tournament.
I agree. Of course,
layup to go in.
Being crushed by Middle by 30 isn't as bad, but losing by 1 to Marshall is just. That's just decimates your emotions right there. You're just like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? We just lost by 1 freaking point. We were winning this.
Yeah, and there's not really even a moral victory in it because it's not like Marshall were world beaters. I know they made some noise in the tournament, but they, more than everybody thought anyways. But it's not even like, oh, we went up and we played, we lost to Kansas by 2 at Allen Fieldhouse. Okay, fine. Look how well we played. That was great. It was just having your heart torn out because the streak of us not being in the tournament continues. And hopefully that ends this year, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm concerned too. We'll see.
Do we have any recruiting scoops? We do have a piece coming out tomorrow for National Signing Day. So, John Leonard, you'll have to check that out then, buddy. Has Horton...
We do have another recruiting question about how there have been 3 players signed in the basketball class. I want to say Rob Brown asked that.
Okay.
I don't know if it's on Facebook or Twitter. Can't remember. But anyways, he's a pretty interactive guy, and he was saying, do we need another point guard? Because this is Bearden's final season, and Banton does still have some growing to do. We haven't seen Gambrell a whole lot, so that was his question: is do we need to add more depth at the point guard? Which my answer is I'll always take depth at the point, but I don't know. Banton I think is going to grow a lot in the off season, and Gambrell, again by all accounts, if he's healthy, supposed to be really freaking good. So I don't know if we need a third point guard on the roster.
Yeah, and looking at the scholarship situation again, too, another thing that's up for debate, I know, Devin, you chose this as your hot take at the beginning of the season, but, with Massey kind of still flying under the radar, he's still been doing really good, but is he going to be good enough to actually be a draft pick in the NBA this summer? That's something to still be determined. There's he slipped in a bunch of the official mock drafts that I've seen.
He did, yeah.
Or whatever. And I don't know why he would want to go the late second round or something like that when he could stay in another year and then be a first rounder. I think he would have a better chance of doing a lot more in the NBA if he stays another season. But of course, if if that were to happen and nobody transfers, we only lose one player. And we gained Carson Williams coming in. He sat out this season. He'll be another active player that's a good shooter coming in.
He's from
And
AKU, right?
of course, 3 that we've already signed plus maybe one. I don't know. We'll see.
Is he from EKU?
Northern.
Transfer. I thought he was.
Northern.
I thought he was like a small forward or something from AKU.
He was 8-4. Yeah, he's like a shooting guard, small forward, something like that. He's a good shooter. Like, they had a game of knockout the guys did just for fun during practice once, and it came down to him and Savage, and he beat Savage.
Yeah, I think I saw that because they were exploding and yelling and screaming. It was cool.
Fire!
For what that's worth, of course.
Yes, I'm trying to like the comments where I answer questions. So, just so you all know, if I've liked your comment, that means we've answered it on air. Okay, I'm really upset with this young lady. I won't mention her name. Because she said, I am not very interested right now, do not get to see many games, and besides, Jake Omer needs to play more.
Jake Omer needs to play more, and that's not a question.
Yeah, that's not really a question, sweetheart.
Sorry, it's not a question, so I'm not going to answer that. And if Jake Omer wants to play more, he needs to hit more threes.
Eric Lemaster seems to have hidden it, so
4 or 7 or whatever, but usually not, so whatever.
Matthew Hendricks says, do we have what it takes to win the 2019 Conference USA Championship?
That was one of the ones I wrote down, and I don't think so, and it makes me sad.
Yes, I completely agree.
Have the talent, I don't think we have the mental consistency. I do not think that the ability to play, again, consistently, to get a couple of wins in a row, I just don't, when everybody's trying to play their best, I just don't think I'd bet on that. I think I would take the field. Definitely have the physical ability to, definitely have the talent to do it. I just don't know. But hey, look, Bearden, it does seem like Sands has finally got his rotation down if everybody's healthy, and who knows, we come out of this stretch 4-0 or start really looking good in the that last 4 matchup. Whoever those teams we end up playing look really good against that, maybe you get hot. But I would not bet the mortgage on it.
If we were to get one of the top 4 seeds and get that bye for the first round and only have to play 3 games instead of 4, but if we have to play all 4, I don't know. Of course, never say never. We survived Harper Mania. That's happened before with teams a lot less talented than this. Granted, it's the Sun Belt, but I think there's a good shot, but I just don't think they have the experience to get there, to get to the tournament this year. I hope I'm wrong. Prove me wrong, please.
Absolutely. Make a Sweet 16 run. Prove us all wrong.
I completely agree. I think it's a long shot this year, but we'll just have to see. You all basically covered it. Hope you enjoyed the clip from our latest episode. Subscribe for our weekly Red Out podcast. And always remember, go Tops.